For the next 2 months, this cute minivan will be our home while we road trip more than 7,000 kilometers around Japan. We skip the been there, done that big cities for places a little bit more off the beaten path, or no path at all, as we discover in some cases, and explore at our own pace. With loads of free places to park the night and make the trip doable on a tight budget, join us on our trip to learn the ins and outs of road tripping Japan. I expect there'll be things we wish we knew beforehand, and hopefully you can benefit from those learnings, while at the same time getting some ideas for perhaps your future trip. So we drive down the east coast through Shikoku, then over to Fukuoka, where we catch a plane to Okinawa, and then we explore the rest of Kyushu, get a ferry to Yakushima, then back up the east coast of Kyushu, back onto Honshu, following the west coast all the way up to Niigata, where we jump on a ferry and go to Sadogashima, and then back through the mountains through Yamagata, and finally back to Sendai. So we've just pulled into Nasukogen service area. Plan is to drive to Hakone. So that's past Tokyo. So the reason we left at that late hour of about 10:30 was because there's a discount when you drive between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. There's 30% off, so yeah. And this is my favorite corner over here. You've got all the ramen. And yeah, you can still order. You kind of need to know what you're pushing. You can always use Google Translate. And my favorite corner. So here you've got complimentary green tea and also roasted rice tea and hot water and water. So you could technically, I guess, bring your cup noodles, but no, you shouldn't bring your cup noodles. But yeah, hot water, and please use the equipped paper cups. So this is not the place to be filling up your flasks or your water bottles. So you just push that button, push your cup there. I want to get some roasted rice tea because I don't need caffeine right now. Yeah, it's pretty empty right now. It's pretty amazing that you've got this open at this hour. One of the perks of using the highway is that you do get access to these service areas. Not all service areas are equal, so you do sort of have to research in advance, see which ones are better equipped than the others. And look, you've got these really cute sort of setups. In a lot of them, they'll show the attractions of the local area. All right, let's get back to the car. It's about -6 at the moment outside. So we just cranked up the heater before turning off the engine and before arriving here. So it's pretty hot, but hopefully the insulation will keep us nice and warm. Ooh, that's cold. And yeah, let's find the car. There it is. My little Samba. You can hear all the trucks. So yeah, there's little trucks parked here. And here's our little cutie. There she is. Good night. So we're back at our favourite spot. And now it's actually moving. So a lot of these service areas, you'll also have these, I guess like a shop where they sell the local area specialities. So you'll find all sorts of things. So I guess this place is famous for cheesecakes and milk products, all sorts of things. So it's a great way to discover the local area's specialities. It's all sort of comes together in one shop, and it's usually at the service area. Now we head back to our car and see where we actually parked last night. There's some beautiful mountains in the background. And yeah, while we're here, let me show you the way you sort your rubbish. So here you've got, I guess it's in English as well. But yeah, you've got all these different categories and you want to make sure you get the right one. Pulling up into another service station. Service area, I should say. This one's called Hanyu. Same name as the famous ice skater, Japanese ice skater. What's amazing about this place is, as you'll see, is it's like a replica of an Edo town. Edo period town. So this guy's not looking at all, is he? Like, look at these buildings. Well, open up the window. It's like an old Edo period. And so the great thing is, as you travel through Japan, you can stop at these service areas and sort of discover a bit of Japan. See what we find. So they sell Edo style, I guess, souvenirs, letter openers, Japanese letter openers, in the shape of a samurai sword. And you'll see a lot of people in Japan carrying hankachi. It's like just a hand towel, so when you wash your hands, you've got something to dry your hands with. It's a very common sight. The famous road for the Hakone marathon, which happens in the beginning of every year, and it's pretty crazy. The pace of those guys is about 20 kilometers an hour. So we thought we were going to the waterfalls, Chisujino, I think is what it's called. But it looks like this is a bit of a dead end. Not going to squeeze past that. But I'm glad we've got this small little K car, because you can easily do a U-turn and head back the other way. where we just parked our car, and I thought that view was pretty spectacular. And then I turned around, kept on turning, and I was like, wow. So Owakudani is famous for its black eggs. The famous eggs. So I've come to the other side of the mountain. I wonder if you can hear that steam coming out of the mountainside. I don't think our little Samba will get a better view than this in this trip. I guess we'll find out. And this is where you cleanse yourself before you enter the temple. Usually there's like ladles here, and you wash your left hand, then your right hand, and then you take a sip and spit it out. So this was a local onsen that we found amongst the center of the tourist area, where most onsens, what they call higairi, which is like day use, so you don't have to stay the night, you can choose them for the day. Most of them were like 2,500 yen, so about 25 bucks, which is alright. This one was $6.50, and it was really original style, like, you know, no mucking around, just it's the same water as all the other places around here. I hope this video has been helpful. Perhaps you've learned something for your future trip. In our next video, we'll explore our first Michi no Eki. It's basically what made this trip possible. So if it's the first time you've heard of it, subscribe to be notified when it goes live.